Chapter 2, Fields of Sky and Dreams. 7 years spun by like fast-pitch curveballs, and a small boy who stared in awe at an EF1 tornado was now a lanky 14-year-old freshman. Bob had officially started high school, and while he still devoured every book on meteorology and spent hours tracking distant storm systems online, life in Parkerville, Kansas had also opened up new fields for him to conquer. He found his rhythm on the gridiron, a natural leadership, shining through as the starting quarterback for the Spearville High Lancers football team. The cheers of the crowd, the strategic plays, the thrill of a perfect spiral, it was a different kind of intensity, but one he had embraced. When the fall season ended, he seamlessly transitioned to the baseball diamond, joining the Lancers baseball team alongside his older brother James, who was a year ahead of him. The two brothers, now taller and stronger, shared easy camaraderie. Their love for the game, a constant between them. It was during a dusty late spring away baseball game against the rival Rebels, and that the whispers of the sky began to stir in Bob's mind. The game was tight, the 7th inning stretch underway, when Bob, always with one eye on the horizon, noticed the clouds. Not just any clouds, but the towering bruised anvil heads of a severe thunderstorm building with alarming speed. A sudden chill swept across the field, and the air grew thick with an almost metallic scent. The coaches called a timeout, their faces etched with concern as the sky turned to an unsettling greenish gray. A distant rumble of thunder became a continuous growl. Then through a gap in the stadium lights and just beyond the concession stands, Bob saw it. From the swirling base of the monstrous storm cloud, a dark finger extended, elongated, twisting, and finally reaching down to touch the earth. It wasn't the distant, almost serene funnel he'd seen as a child. This was a churning, roaring column of power, an EF2 tornado, tearing across the landscape right by the baseball stadium. Cheers turned to screams, the orderly field into a scramble of panic as coaches yelled for everyone to take cover. Bob stood rooted for a moment, not in fear, but in a profound, almost dizzying mix of dread and fascination. He watched as the tornado ripped through nearby trees and sent debris spinning into the sky before the coaches forcibly pulled him towards the dugout's reinforced shelter. The roar was deafening, the ground trembling beneath their feet. In a chaotic scramble for safety amidst the shouts and pelting rain, Bob's gaze briefly met hers. It was Emma, a smart, lively girl from his English class, who had a laugh that could make him smile no matter what. She was huddled against the dugout wall, her eyes wide with fear and for a fleeting second, The tornado's raw power was eclipsed by a different kind of feeling. Stirring in Bob's chest, he knew right then that he had a crush on Emma. As the storm's fury passed and the shaking crowd slowly emerged, the damaged scoreboard and littered field were stark reminders of what had just unfolded. For Bob, though, the EF2 tornado wasn't just another terrifying event. It was another powerful confirmation. His path was set. He wasn't just going to play games on these fields. He was going to understand the very forces that shaped them.